Hi, everybody. I'm Al Bernstein, and welcome to the Classic Sports Film Library and Big Fights Boxing Hour. We begin tonight's show in the city of Detroit with the second Ezzard Charles Jersey Joe Walcott encounter in March of 1951. Now, these two men had met 21 months earlier when they battled for the heavyweight title left vacant by Joe Louis's brief retirement. Charles soundly outboxed Jersey Joe to win the crown. In the following year, he defended it 6 times, once beating Louis himself during Joe's ill-advised comeback attempt. For his challenge against Charles, Jersey Joe was 37 years old and making his 4th try at the title, the most in boxing history. Neither fighter had boxed in Detroit before, and the city welcomed them with a near sellout of the 16,000-seat Olympia Auditorium. Would the 4th time be the charm for Walcott, or would the heavily favored Charles roll on as champion? Let's find out as we head to Detroit for the March 7th, 1951 bout between Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezzard Charles.
At the beginning of round 1, champion Ezzard Charles, in black trunks to your right, moves out and boxes smartly. The challenger, Jersey Joe Walcott, in white trunks, is a marvelous boxer with good power in either hand. A year and a half ago, in 1949, Charles fought Walcott for the heavyweight championship left vacant by the retirement of former champion Joe Louis. Walcott and Charles were the outstanding heavyweights in the division, and it was agreed in 1949 that the winner of a Charles-Walcott fight would be crowned heavyweight champion. Ezzard Charles took a close, hard-fought 15-round decision in Chicago and then was recognized as the 17th heavyweight champion of the world. Walcott will stand off and throw little feints, trying to get the champion to lead. This tactic was extremely successful against Joe Louis in their first meeting. Watch Charles come in with a hard right to the body, and Walcott will counter with a solid left right to the head. Both of these men are excellent counterpunchers. Joe Walcott was born in Merchantville, New Jersey in 1914. Joe is 37 years old, weighed in at 194 pounds, and is exactly 6 feet tall. Walcott's real name is Arnold Raymond Cream, but he took on the moniker of Joe Walcott when he became a fighter. The sporting press quickly nicknamed him Jersey Joe. The first round was fought on even terms, with neither fighter getting an advantage. Rounds 2 and 3 were also very close, with both men fighting cautiously. As we go into round 4, it's the clever, sharp-punching Walcott, shooting in a blistering right to the jaw, which shakes up the champion. That was the hardest punch of the fight so far. Heavyweight champion Ezzard Charles was born in 1921 in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Ezzard is 30 years old and has been a professional fighter for 11 years. Charles holds victories over some of the greatest fighters of the decade. After beating Joe Walcott a year and a half ago for the vacated heavyweight championship, Ezzard then defended his title against the light heavyweight champion Gus Lesnevich, whom he KO'd in 7 rounds. Watch Jersey Joe get in some hard shots to the body and head. Walcott is really letting out now. He wants that title desperately. This is Charles' 7th defense of the title that he won merely 18 months ago. Ezzard has stated many times that the greatest thrill of his life came last September 27, 1950. On that date, he met and defeated former champion Joe Louis, who had come out of retirement in an effort to regain the heavyweight championship. In a sensational 15-round slugfest, Charles won a unanimous decision over the Brown Bomber. Round 4 was given to Walcott by all 3 officials.
Welcome back to Big Fights Boxing Hour. Before we go back to the 1951 bout between Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezzard Charles, let's go beyond the ring to see what was making headlines in the early 1950s. While many Americans enjoyed the amenities of the post-war economic boom, including new homes, big cars, and TVs, the testing of the first hydrogen bomb in the South Pacific on November 1st, 1952, marked a frightening escalation into the nuclear age. The bomb was codenamed Mike and set off a thermonuclear explosion brighter than 10 suns, and its flame, 2 miles long and 1,000 feet high, vaporized the island. The devastation caused by the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki 7 years before paled in comparison to the capabilities of the new hydrogen bombs, which could produce a radioactive cloud spreading death and devastation over thousands of square miles. With the fear of a nuclear holocaust on the minds of many Americans, the duck and cover drill became a part of every child's curriculum, and bomb shelters took up residence underneath homes across the country. In this new age, it was clear that the world had a weapon that could obliterate London, Moscow, or New York, and more significantly, cause the extinction of the human race. It would take almost 4 decades and the end of the Cold War for the fear of nuclear war to dissipate. Now, let's go back to 1951 in Detroit for the conclusion of the second battle between Ezzard Charles and Joe Walcott.
Rounds 5 and 6 were scored evenly, but both rounds 7 and 8 were given to the champion, Ezzard Charles, because he landed the sharper punches. As we go into round 9, it's still a very close contest, with both men knowing that the heavyweight championship at this point is still up for grabs. After both men cut loose with ripping shots to the head and body, Charles catches Jersey Joe with a left hook and sends the challenger to the canvas. Walcott is in serious trouble as the referee picks up the count. Joe takes the count of 9 and gets to his feet. Let's watch that knockdown in slow motion from our ringside camera. Walcott seems to go right into that left hook. Notice the glazed expression in the eyes of Jersey Joe. Walcott smartly takes the full count, taking advantage of every one of those precious seconds to rest. As Walcott rises, the question is whether the champion can get in there and finish the job. This is the first time that Walcott has been down in 3 years. It took the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, to do it the last time. Walcott seems to have recovered from that knockdown. Joe is in marvelous condition, and it's paying off right now. Again, the champion lands some solid shots that force Walcott to hold. Both men shoot in some jolting punches, and Walcott staggers Charles with a left hook. It's scored as a big 9th round for Ezzard Charles, and it's definitely given him a substantial lead in this fight. Rounds 10 and 11 were also won by Charles, as Walcott was unable to gather himself and take the play away from the champion. Here, going into round 12, everyone thinks that Jersey Joe now needs a knockout to win, as he is far behind on points. Walcott will get in with a tremendous right to the jaw. There's no doubt about it. Joe's looking to end it with one big punch. The fact that Ezzard Charles is making his 7th title defense in a year and a half is